Welcome back to the fourth and final week of this Magic Realm example play for the Black Knight using Knight's Adjustment and Watchful Natives. Very, very bloody 3 weeks of Magic Realm for the Black Knight, which I guess suits the character whose symbol is Mars, God of War. For the first 2 weeks, beating my way through a gauntlet of various monsters to meet my hated enemy, the guard, who Black Knight slew very effectively. And shortly after he buried their bodies and looted their bloody equipment that he sold to the patrol, he took on the patrol and killed them, and almost died himself in the process. In the process, I'd have to say that the guard is an excellent opponent to take on. The patrol was a spur-of-the-moment decision. It's actually not a bad tactic at all to sell stuff to natives and then kill them and get it back again, but it was a risky thing to do, and I can't necessarily recommend it. The spur of the moment, the story overtook me. The patrol had actually gotten in his way when he first tried to take on the guard, and as I've said, he takes offence at the slightest provocation, and he just had to take on the patrol. This game's really taken on a story life of its own. I wouldn't normally have chased the guard that far, but there was just something about this that suggested the Black Knight was going to make it there and get it done. So, he just had to take the patrol on. Now, I've actually said I was going to try and make my way back to one of the campfires after looting to guarantee I could sell, but the patrol have respawned here. The second watch of the patrol have turned up, and I've effectively buried the bodies. I'm not playing with grudges, or extended grudges, which is probably an interesting thing to try. But I wasn't in this because I didn't expect to get into this position. But this watch of the patrol have no idea what I've been up to. So I don't have to go back all the way to the campfires to sell to a native group, because I can sell to these guys. So what I'm going to do is, just in case I get into trouble with them, I'm going to rest up, and this is going to be a very simple final week. I'll rest back that fight medium 3 chit, both those move chits. That's probably enough. And I'll move in and loot out the rest. I will hide just in case they decide they don't like me, or in case they find the bodies, and I'll loot out the rest. I've got an axe back, got a spare breastplate. Don't buy drinks because I'm hidden, I don't have to. I'll hide, search 3 times. Ooh, mission chits turned up. Escort party. If I take that and deliver it to the chapel, which I have a time limit of 14 days to do, it would cost me 5 notoriety and I'd get 36 gold. I'm planning to pick up plenty of gold. I haven't got 14 days to make it to the chapel. I don't have enough days at all, so I'd simply lose the notoriety to no advantage. So it's interesting it's turned up, but it's not something I'm going to be taking up. So we hide successfully and loot the clearing, axe and the broadsword. There's no reason not to just keep hiding and looting away here until the last day. Don't buy drinks. Get as much of this stuff as I can. Only about a 20% chance of looting any of this stuff now. Shield, I'll activate that straight away, just in case I get into trouble. Oh, it's not damaged anymore. Don't know how that happened. Alright, minimal chance. 10-11% chance now of picking up one of these items. There's only 2 left in the pile. But don't buy drinks. There's nothing to be lost by waiting here. We'll hide. Search 3 times. Second last day. nothing. Okay, and the last day of the month, hide, search twice, and trade. Failed the hide. Probably end up buying drinks for them. Let's loot. Last couple of loots. Oh, I got the shield. I got another shield on that last. That must be the damaged one. No. Okay, well, they don't stay damaged. Thought they did. All right. One in 36 chance getting that last item. No. All right. Let's sell everything to the patrol. It was very peaceful last week for the Black Knight. I think he's feeling some remorse. I think he's going to sell off all his equipment of war and head off into the woods and become a hermit and contemplate the folly of men and the injustices of war. Buck naked, stripped down to his loincloth, sold off everything for 102 gold, which is well offset his starting penalty, and I'll get lots of bonus points for gold. I will buy drinks for the patrol. I'm naked and have no arms and armour, and I don't want that 1 in 36 chance that they'll take a disliking to me, and on the friendly table I'm safe. So having bought gold for them, it didn't matter. Don't know what my role was, it doesn't tell me. And we've finished the game. So after that, after all that brutal first 3 weeks, that was a very quick and easy last week, and it happened because the patrol had turned up. I had planned to go and find natives at the fire, but because the second watch of the patrol had turned up, I was able to sit there and completely loot out that site, safe in the knowledge that I could sell off everything to them at the end, and we got a whopping point total with the Black Knight. So it's very possible to do, even without, even with Knight's Adjustment and watchful natives. And one of the keys to it is taking out those, taking out the guard. Now this was unusual because usually I'd approach the guard when they were close by, get a good secondary weapon, hopefully the broadsword or an axe, and sell off all that extra equipment I was able to loot from them, and then maybe go off and hire the company or the soldiers and then carry on from there. This didn't turn out that way at all. It was a long way to get to them, and I was sure we were going to get sidetracked, but it's just, I love this game because of the way it tells a story, and it was almost as if the Black Knight had taken over, taken over my actions, and there was just an inevitability about him. Once we were after that, we were after those first couple of combats in those first 2 dangerous tiles, the High Pass and Borderlands, and that all that trouble with the bats in Deep Woods, and there was just an inevitability about him pursuing his quest for vengeance against the hated enemy, the guard, and he did it. And we had an excellent combat against the guard. I really liked that combat. It was a spur of the moment decision against to attack the patrol, but it just seemed to follow the story once again inevitably, and he almost got himself killed. I came very close. It was a dangerous combat to undertake, but it was one he could undertake, and it stood us in good stead. We were lucky a second watch of the patrol had turned up as well before we left. But lots of bonus points for fame, particularly notoriety and gold. And the Black Knight is excellent at preying on natives. He's also excellent when it comes to leading hired natives, and it's not a bad thing to do when you're using Knight's Adjustment and watchful natives to attack the guard first up, loot their stuff, and then carry on from there. And it's a way to play when you're playing with Knight's Adjustment. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it inspires some people to try playing the Black Knight with some of those handicaps, because it's I actually think it's a lot of fun, and I think he's a great and very interesting character to play, both from a story perspective and from a challenge of play perspective. So thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next character example.